Shares of Philips skyrocketing this morning as the medical device giant agrees to a $1.1 billion settlement for personal injury cases linked to potentially faulty respiratory devices. The payment, much smaller than anticipated, and analysts had predicted a settlement between $2 and $10 billion. They also reported earnings. Here with more, we've got the CEO of Philips, Roy Jakobs, who is alongside Yahoo Finance's healthcare reporter, Anjalee Khemlani. Anjalee, take it away.
Thanks, Brad. And hi, Roy. Really good to have you on the show again. Earnings, let's start off there because that came in with a miss despite this good news of the $1.1 billion settlement. Talk to us about all of that and what this relief from the litigation means for the company.
Yeah, so we had two important parts of news. So actually, if you look at sales, actually we delivered in line with plan. So 2.4% CSG growth, which was also in line with consensus on the back of a very strong last year growth of 6%. Then we had a beat in margin improvement, where we delivered 9.4% and 80 bips margin improvement in the quarter, which was very strong and better than expected. And then we also saw order intake turning positive outside of China, especially on the back of a strong North America market momentum. At the same time, we could announce a lot of progress in resolving the Respironics recall. We got court approval for the consent decree. We got court approval for the economic loss settlement. We got an insurance settlement for $540 million contribution for all product liability claims. And then most importantly, we got to a settlement for the personal injury and medical monitoring cases in the US. Now, and that was very important because that takes away a lot of uncertainty that was hanging around what this could mean for Philips and the way forward. So now with this clarity on the way forward, we also have reaffirmed our plan for the year and our commitment to deliver 3 to 5% CSG growth, a further step of adjusted EBITDA to 11 to 11.5%. And then also we increased our cash guidance for the year from 8 to 900 to 1.1 billion. And that then includes payment of the economic loss settlement and the income of the insurance income. So therefore, we could reconfirm the plan as well as show in-line start of the plan in the quarter and very strong progress on resolving the Respironics case.
Absolutely. And all this, of course, we've seen the action in the stock today. Really positive news there. Meanwhile, you're not out of the woods just yet. I know you also have the DOJ investigating. You got a new warning letter from the FDA over manufacturing in China. And you also have the other event, the home ventilator market that you pulled out of. So talk to me about all of this. You still have a lot more, coming down the pike that you have to deal with. How are you dealing with accountability inside the company with all of these problems?
So by actually closing the settlement, we have taken the vast majority of the cases out of the way, and especially the three litigation cases that were there in the US: economic loss, personal injury, and medical monitoring. So actually that is a closed chapter now, and that was very important because actually the biggest uncertainty was tied to that. It is true that still the DOJ is remaining. We're fully collaborating with that. We have given the information that they requested. There's no further clarity on what that would mean and when they would come forward. We also have put patient safety and quality as the number one priority of the plan that I presented last year. That also means that actually we are working through all of the businesses to ensure that we have the highest quality norms that we work towards. That also means that we need to address findings such as indeed were found by the FDA, and we are in strong collaboration with the FDA. Those were process findings, no patient harm, and we're working through those at the same time. But most importantly, if you see that how the rest of the company has started to perform in the first year with a strong actually over delivery versus the first year targets that we set on growth, on margin improvement, and on cash flow generation. Now also we see that the second year we started in plan, and with the clarity on what this would cost, we also have now the cash flow and the own cash flow that we can finance this out of. So it's not only about the cost, but also that we take control of our own destiny and can continue to fund in the exciting innovations that the healthcare market is requesting from us. Also the consumer market that starts to further pick up, especially also we expect in North America that we started with a 3% growth, but that should strengthen in the rest of the year. We see sellout momentum growing. And we also see actually that in the healthcare market, the North American market is strengthening. We closed a very exciting deal with the Nicholas Children's Hospital, where we're providing very specific solutions, both in the radiology department as well as monitoring department, to give a better experience for these children and the patients, and actually to also increase the productivity and therefore the capacity of the hospital to work through the patients. Because with the shortages of staff they're experiencing and the cost pressure, actually also they need innovations and AI and software to actually help them in delivering a better performance towards their patients. Absolutely. So that's something that we have been able to report into this quarter. And the focus on innovation is actually what this allows us to really further dial up on.
Certainly. Well, definitely an exciting day as the company gets to regain some of that market share that it had lost in the last several years. We'll keep an eye on it for the rest of the year. Philips CEO Roy Jakobs, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.